starting from CC 2017, Photoshop has a search feature. Of course, this is also available in the latest release as well, but if you have CS6, you'll have to skip this lecture. Searching doesn't sound like a fantastic option, but let me show you why this is a helpful feature. I've just started Photoshop and I'll create any random project. This is an important step. Okay, here it is. Say I want to adjust my preferences based on the previous lecture, but I can't remember the hotkey. I also don't want to use this menu because it's just overwhelming. Here's what we can do. Hit Ctrl F and this new window will appear. I'll start typing in performance and immediately I'll get some results. You can see the first one is exactly what I'm looking for. Even better, it shows me where I can find it next time. It's under Edit, Preferences, Performance, but you don't need to remember it. You can just click it once and you'll bring it up. There you go, great stuff. Let me close this off and use Ctrl F again. My previous search is still active, and if we look down, we'll also see some other results. The first one is a link for Adobe's website where you can read more about optimizing your settings. So that's the twist. Your search is not limited to the program. You can actually search for tutorials from Adobe's website directly from Photoshop. If you want to do that, you can click on this Learn tab and the entire list will be filled with guides from Adobe. The next tab is called Stock. From it, you can search for images for your projects. Type in any name and you'll get a bundle of results. Once you're happy with one of them, simply click and you'll find it available in your Libraries panel. We'll discuss libraries later in the course, by the way. Notice there's a black code as well as some writing in the center of the image. You can see it says Adobe Stock, and that's because these photos are not free to use. They require an additional subscription that starts from about $20 a month. This is in addition to your Creative Cloud subscription, so even though you may be paying for Photoshop, all these stock photos are not included. Having said that, if you plan on paying for your images, this is one of the best services out there. In my opinion, it's far more competitive than iStock Photo or Shutterstock, especially due to this seamless integration. Search, open and license it straight from Photoshop. The last tab refers to your Lightroom photos, which can now be accessed straight from Photoshop. I'm not a big fan of having my images hosted on the cloud, that's why this list is empty. But you can use the search field to look for the various photos that you took and uploaded. It's interesting that they will be automatically labeled. Say you're looking for a building you photographed, the system automatically scans and tags your photos, and this way it can return great search results. Again, I'm not a big fan. Nevertheless, this entire search feature will help you learn Photoshop much faster. All you have to do is vaguely remember the name of the feature and the search will do the rest. If you don't want to use Ctrl F to get to this search box, you can also click on this magnifying glass in the top right, and you'll get the same thing, but only if you have an active project. Here's something you need to pay attention to. If you close your project, Ctrl F isn't gonna work anymore. I'm now pressing it, but nothing happens. In CC 2017 it did work, but in this latest version Adobe just changed its mind. Another thing about using this feature when you don't have a project opened. If you search through this icon, you won't get the same window as before. I'll write performance and you'll notice I don't get that snippet about its hotkey or where I can find it. Actually, searching outside the project is best used for looking for your photos that are on the cloud. We just spoke about that. So my advice, use the search feature through Ctrl F, but remember to have an active project. Start Photoshop and give it a try before you continue to the next lecture.